G'day, my name's Cannon Fodder and welcome back to Vermintide 2. Today we're playing the Warcamp as the Pyromancer Sienna. It's going to be an exciting run. Our first tome is actually just up ahead. Now, for this map, I am sad. I am very sad because they updated something. And that something was very important to getting one of the books very quickly. But now I cannot do the thing that I liked to do, and it made me very sad. But on the left here, in old Andrew's den, in amongst, you know, the crying, the screaming, the rats, and all that jazz, there is our first tome. Boop. Continuing out of the den and turning left, we shall make our way towards our first grimoire and our second tome. Hugging the left-hand side, running our way through the twisty-turny. Needs must we should get out of where we are. Oh, crap, Bile Troll. That's actually not a bad trick to do for those. They tend to stand still quite a fair bit, so using the new DLC stuff for Sienna, maybe you can set it on fire. Anyway, left on through. We shall make our way over to this spot on the right. Now, the last time I played this map, the last time I did a walkthrough for this, there was a cute little gimmick using Sienna with the Battle Wizard class, whereupon you were able to fire walk through this gap in the boards, and then open the door, and whoever was grabbing the Grim could grab the Grim. As of the time of recording, I don't believe this works anymore, and if the bots would just shut up, I will be able to explain why.
Well, it lacks bottom.
My word. Anyway, they've updated it so that the moss covers a little bit more of the hull. Sienna with the Firewalk was the only one that had that ability to do that. It wasn't possible with any of the ones that had like a rush or a run type ability, so now the only way to get in there is to do the jumping puzzle, which, when I first recorded this, I struggled. I struggled with doing, and I can almost guarantee that it's going to take me several attempts to get to this first log. 1, 2, 3, 4. Aha! The Minecraft shift run works. Now that we're on the log, jump across, miss. Good grief. Now, I'm not going to include a clip of the Sienna fire walking through the boards because that's actually in the previous walkthrough, the previous guide that I did. So, and in there I do explain all the different things that I tried. as well as, you know, what worked and what didn't. I tried all that again on stream recently, and I got stuck a lot in various boards. There were a lot of restarts. That's how to do the jump, by the way. And yeah, it just made me sad. So, like, I honestly hope that I'm wrong, that it hasn't been fixed, that glitch still works, but I'm not hopeful. Like, I really am not. Anyway, we shall continue down on the left-hand side, take hits unnecessarily. In the hut on the left, the very last hut on the left, there is your second tome, which Barden will carry. Send our little friend off. There we go. And then we shall come to our first drop down. I will admit that on the first attempt at recording this, I did actually forget where the third tome was. But, here's hoping that I can remember where it is now. I know it's after one of the things. I can't remember which one, though. It's in the swampy area. Once you start get the, like... Yeah, I'm thinking... It's on a shelf. On one of these torch things. So I guess you'll just have to hunt around for it like I'm having to do right now, because I actually, like, legitimately cannot remember for the life of me where it is. Oh, here it is. Alright, the first swamp area after the first drop down, on the right-hand side, right towards the end, there is a plinth with 5 skulls on it. Bots help. And underneath that is a tome, which Cerulean will take. Alright, now we shall travel left to the path. Pick ourselves up a bomb. Up the ramp. And on our way to the next grimoire. Which, believe me, is also going to take a bit of time looking for. I don't know if they're coming from behind, but the dwarf has jumped down, so shall we. Wave clear. There we go. We shall drop down even more so in this first little culvert of rocks where I am standing. We shall come across our first part of the puzzle. There are 3 candles. They each have something that looks like a squid nearby them. The first one is on the right. Pretty much almost immediately. Continuing down the right-hand side, she'll come across a small camp. There'll be a couple of cages, a rock, and a tent. If we travel around to the back of the tent, between the tent and the rock, there is your second candle. Apparently you cannot jump over the tent. The candle is now lit. We shall now travel all the way to the left-hand side of the map. We should find a boardwalk. Walk the boardwalk. There is a reason I do this on Recruit. It does make it very easy to speedrun. Now, if I were a better player, I'd be able to speedrun it on Legend. But I am not, so I will not. Anyway, jumping up to the rock. And there we go, at the end of the boardwalk. Another squid, another candle. It will raise a small plinth in the middle of the swamp. And on that plinth in the middle of the swamp, between the end of the boardwalk and the large rock at the start, the final Grim. Good. For a minute, I thought I wasn't able to tell them to take it. Barden, please take that. Anyway, that is where all the times and all the Grims are. Now we should continue with the rest of our playthrough.
Horrible. You don't treat your enemies like that. Well, I don't.
Almost sent myself off for that with that. Anyway. Anyway. Needs must, we must follow the boardwalk till we get to our first objective. There we go. Love it. So good. Shall Ah, yes. There we are. Alright. Trying to make the game sounds just a little bit quieter in my ears. It's getting a little deafening. The sound should stay the same for everybody on the other end of this video. Hello! But for me at least, just a little bit quieter.
Look at that. Well, this looks like
God, isn't the music nice and cool? Anyway. We now must move the ram. In much the same way that you have to move the cart in Hunger in the Dark, you have to stay with the cart. Otherwise it won't move. It won't move back, but it also won't move. Which I'm honestly not a fan of. I don't need to parry, I can set things on fire! Right, we're gonna stay with all the other things. I have no special ability right now. Hold E to swing the ram. Boop! Knock knock! I have a pizza with double cheese. Oh, was it too spicy for you? That was a terrible joke. Alright. Now that the door's open, shall help the crew out by blocking the path with fire and making a run through it through the camp. rather insistent, aren't they? Ah, well. Let us continue onwards. We shall turn right.
Had enough yet, North London? Maybe send us in some to the door.
Don't forget to utilize your push. Particularly if you're attempting some form of a run-through. Always very handy. Down, stop. Turning right again. Oh, we go around the campfire. I went the long way around the campfire. Shall find ourselves shortly therein coming upon a long log tunnel. At the end of it, health packs. And a gate. The final boss of this map is through the gate. All of your heroes really need to be at the gate to trigger it open, and then everyone in the middle of the arena to trigger it close. But we shall see how far we get through this, or how quickly we can demolish him. Oh, he's on fire. And he burned to death. Oh, I do enjoy that.
They seek to overwhelm us. Fight
Or
on.
just stop it. Stop their charge there. Yep, too easy. They'll all burn. That was actually pretty quick. I mean, albeit recruit, but even still.
We got it done. Loner's safe.
Like, yeah. I did enjoy that a lot. Yep, time to go. Why is it that there are always hordes at the ends of these things? It's not like they stop us at all. Anyway, that's the end. If you like what you saw, then you know what to do, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.